What is up, guys? It's Lucid Jackal, and we are here for more Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana Zero, the season finale of Season 1 of Bojack Horseman. We got a lot to go through today, and this is Amanda, and what happens if I ask her something? I'll heal you from stone. So there's going to be a lot of enemies that are going to stone us in here. Well, luckily in real life, I don't need their help, so... So, how's everyone doing? Happy Monday. If you like retro games, if you like people analyzing TV shows, I guess, if you like Bojack Horseman specifically, try hitting that subscribe button. We are going to be... this show is going to be consuming quite a bit of... How many keys do I have? 7. That is actually a low number of keys. I did buy the new armor, right? Hold on. You know what? Start off... Yeah, she's going to stay here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go get one more set of keys because this is a dungeon and I want to make sure I have enough keys. I'm going to have to watch out for these fucking scorpions because last episode, these guys, I found out their name is called Death Scorpions. Do you want to know why it's called Death Scorpion? I bet you can figure out why that's their name. They are giant assholes. Dude took me down from 67 health to 0. So, he can eat a fat sack of wieners. I'm going to go elsewhere. No. Get out of here. Get out of here. I should be using fucking... What does this have? Is this where I bought the wind lance? Oh no, this is where the gold was. The wind lance was at the other place. Duh. Item shop. A chem shop. Alright, what did I use? God damn it. Not what I wanted to use. 11 Mattox. That should be good. Even though in this cave I'm going to have Amanda. So hopefully good protection from getting stoned. So while we're on our way back, we'll start with the episode. See, the hard part about talking about this last episode here is going to be not trying to talk too much about my thoughts on the entire season, because what I'm going to do is, for you guys it's Monday. For me, it's Wednesday. So I'm going to actually, in a few days, for me, I'm going to be taking a couple of adventure tabs, if you will. And I'm going to binge through the entirety of the first season in one sitting. Not necessarily one sitting, but like over the course of that trip, I'm going to watch the entire season. That is my goal. Oop, headphone popping out here. Okay, no. Is it? Or is it over here? Yeah, here it is. There we go. Pop it open. And now we got Amanda back. So, I'm going to be in the next part, I'm going to be doing like a summary overview of, because I mean, I've watched each episode 3 times in total before I've talked about it. So essentially, I've gone through the series 3 times. Not, 3 different, you know what I mean. But it'll be interesting to watch it all at once and see the different patterns and different things I may notice that, watching week to week with time and, forgetting small bits still in between there. You don't see as much of a connection as when you're watching it all at once. So, oh boy, I don't like these guys. I don't like these guys. Oh, look at them. Ah! Okay. You guys suck. I don't like you at all. Okay, I'm glad dark just kind of wears off. So that's going to be my real goal, is trying not to conflate the 2 different things. So one of the things, the episode just starts bad. And by bad, I mean fantastic. Because right away in the beginning, you got... Alright, let's see. You got a Secretariat on some... I don't remember. Some anonymous... fucking... talk show. Some, like, late-night talk show. And I think the character of Secretariat is kind of modeled after, like, a Pete Rose kind of character. He was, not a baseball player, but a runner. Wow. How could you have ever guessed? He was kind of modeled after a Pete Rose kind of character. A character who was accused of betting on his own sport. But instead of real life, what ended up happening in the show is, he's in talking to, having an interview, and he gets a letter from a young Bojack H. And he says what a lot of kids say. I feel sad a lot of times. What do I do when what do you do when you feel sad? And he gives Bojack possibly, like, the worst advice you could give him. Not bad advice, but I feel like a kid who's... No, it is bad advice. Let me not try to double down. He just tells him, don't look behind you. You just keep looking forward and you keep running. Because he was a runner, so obviously he's going to say, keep running. But, the idea that there's nothing behind you and the only things there are for you are in front of you, that's not true. Like, there's a lot of things behind you. Is behind you on where you should dwell? No, but you also can't ignore it either. You can't just plow straight ahead as if nothing else exists. That just doesn't really work. That's not real life. Okay. That shadow hurt. Ooh, boy. Alright. Let us cure up. Stab. Alright, let's... You know what? We'll just crack it right now. Wasted a Mattock. That's fucking wonderful. Oh, Jesus. I was expecting something to happen. So I'm gonna need the... Ooh, wait. Crap. No. Okay. Alright. Don't fuck it up. But you know what to do. Alright. But anyway, so that's an idea that I don't really like. You know, just saying to just plow ahead and not look behind you at all. Ooh, I can't. I need the ice spell. They said it was somewhere in the desert, and I never found it. Is it somewhere in this cave? Can it be somewhere in this cave? That would be really nice. But unlike the Pete Rose character who in real life, oh boy, who was found to have been betting on his own sport and, you know, throwing games, or at least throwing his own performance to try and aid and influence games for money, for betting purposes. Secretariat ended up, just a month after giving Bojack the advice he had given him, commits suicide. Which I can only imagine after having a kid with a mother who's like basically like bribing him with love. What? So, what is there nothing in here? Did I just use a key for no reason? Wow. Well, that's cool. So I definitely need that, ice spell. Have I already been over here? Ouch. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what's on this side. I could just be looping back to where I was earlier. Okay, get my chain whip. Knee. What's in here? Magic Book of Ice. Okay, nope, we got it. Now I can freeze those one of those Spidey boys and use him as a get out of my way. Use him to go on the Switch. Zelda style. Okay, ow. I don't like you. Stop, you gross hoppy bug. Gross, go away. Ach. You know, maybe I should... You know, part of the point of using distance is to use distance. Wasn't it over here? Yeah. Time to fry me up some mummies. But anyway, we haven't been talking too much. We've been getting sidetracked quite a bit. So, you know, like I was saying, you got Bojack, whose parents are pretty abusive, and then you find out that after answering a question to him, his idol ended up committing suicide. So that's a great way. That's how the episode starts. It starts you off on that. That's what we call a dick move. that is super, super, like, great for the story and bad for my mood. And by bad for my mood, I mean it was fucking really good. Wait, let's magic these guys. Is there a way that I can... No. You awful woman, you. Oh, you suck. Amanda, you killed the enemy that I was supposed to freeze. Why would you do such a thing to me? You have betrayed me. So, God damn it. How far do I have to go for this enemy to spawn back in? These enemies to spawn back in. So, lame. Dope. Alright. Stop getting distracted. See, this is what happens when you smoke quite a bit of marijuanas. Easily distracted. So, we fast forward to now modern day, and Bojack is now... These fucking pillows. Bojack has now won an award for the book that he, quote-unquote, wrote. And one of the things that happens throughout the entire episode is the award that he wins, he will carry with him everywhere. Throughout the entire episode. Everywhere he goes, from the time he gets it, to the time the episode closes out, he will have that thing in his presence at all times. So, needless to say, the book was a success. It put him back in the spotlight, which I'm still not very thrilled about his negative behavior being what casts him into the spotlight, especially when, I have his mother in my ear saying, bro, what is this nonsense? How do I get enemies back in here? They popped in the first time. What do I have to do? What do I gotta do? So, I don't like that Bojack is getting all of this positive attention for his negative behavior. Makes me feel very uneasy, especially because he's a very destructive person. He is not shown to be a responsible person, a good person. So this just makes me worry that he is going to... he's going to continue the cycle that he's been in, and it's not going to be good. So he's throwing a little party, a little soiree for his award. And what was in here? Wasting keys. What's in here? Gold armor. Don't I already have that? Yes, I do. Which means sell valuables. So, Bojack wins the award. And he now wants to, because he's taken a boost in popularity, he wants to play Secretariat, which is his dream role. Which, he's made remarks pointing to that since forever ago. Now, the obvious joke of this being Bojack is 50, and Secretariat died at almost half his age. Secretariat, I think, committed suicide. I think it said 27, I think. That's supposed to be his age. Oh boy. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I got cornered and smashed on. Back to basics. Alright. We continue back from the start. Not me, of course. Luckily, just the game. So, one of the interesting things that I find about him wanting to play Secretariat, of course, it isn't just that, you know, he's trying to play a role way younger than he could, or way younger than he should, because, I mean, there's always that joke of, you know, you had Tobey Maguire, who's like a 30-year-old man, and all the people in Spider-Man 2, as he does the train scene, has to look at this grown adult and be like, he's just a kid. You know, I think that's a Kevin Smith joke, but, like, it's true. You have this fucking dude who's my age, and everybody's like, oh, he's just a kid. This is that. Bojack is trying to play somebody half his age. And that's all well and good and whatever. The part that I find interesting is Diane already went through this kind of thing of talking about like there's the happiest day of your life and then there's the day after. And that's definitely Bojack at this point in the story. He's won his award, but he makes mention that to Princess Carolyn that because he wants to play Secretariat, that if he can't play Secretariat, then all of this was for nothing. And he looks at his award when he says that. So this is kind of what we talked about as an extension of damn, that was ruthless. He was good. Shit. Like just living solely for accomplishments. Not living to accomplish, living for accomplishments. And I think that's a much different thing. And Bojack is clearly doing the unhealthy one. Because as soon as he wins the award, then that's it. It's done and over. There's the next day. And all that other shit is done and over with. So, I mean, that's just kind of the really unfortunate part that you really don't want to see him keep doing. But, I mean, that's definitely what Bojack is doing. You know, he went from everything being hinged on this book and people loving him again and him wanting to be, you know, recognized and adored again. It went from the book, and as soon as the book came out, he got that. But now it's not enough again. Now he needs more. Now he needs, you know, now he needs the movie part. Because he's always wanted to do it, but it wasn't enough. The thing that he set out to do at the beginning of the season has been accomplished. He did it. He did the thing. He has accomplished the thing. He did it. So, it's just painful to see him go from one thing to the next. And he doesn't feel the completeness that he wants to feel. And, you know, that's a bummer. And that's like the exact thing that, you know, was brought up earlier in the season. Now, I guess it wasn't brought up to Bojack. So, you know what? I guess for his character, it's like, well, he's 50. He should know this by now. But it just shows the unhealthiness of living that kind of way. There's nothing wrong for aiming for accomplishments. There's nothing wrong with striving to do better. But your life can't be in search of those accomplishments, because unfortunately you're never going to find anything at the end of the tunnel. It's always going to be you wanting the next thing. And what really sucks is, I mean, it doesn't suck, because in the end, after some, gaffes and da-da-da, Bojack does end up getting the part. And his audition, I don't know if it's a line from a book, or I don't know where this line is coming from, if it's, a cheesy line from the movie that they're like, hey, read this. I don't really know what it is. But Bojack acts out a line about running from nothing. And it's the idea that, he's not running from nothing. Like, what do you mean you're not running from anything? Everybody's running from something. Because that's literally the line that the NPC dialogue asks him. And he says, no, I'm running from nothing. I'm running from the feeling of emptiness. And when he gives the audition, it's not just a reenactment of a piece. Like, that is coming straight from him. Will Arnett did a real good job with his fucking voice acting of Bojack. It is pretty fucking stellar. So he gets the part, and the same exact thing happens. He gets the part, and then afterwards, at the end, he has a talk with Diane about this very thing. And, okay, hold on. Don't do that. Oh my God. Just push it over. Oh my God. Let's go. Hurry. Oh my God. I hated that. Her just fucking throwing daggers. I mean, granted, she was throwing it at the other spider, not at the snowman, but it still kills the snowman. It doesn't really make a difference. But at the very end of the episode, Diane has a talk, or Bojack, well, yes. Bojack has a talk with Diane again. And it's in the very same spot that they started, their friendship at the very start of the season. Now, at least to me, I kind of just thought about this now. I think what this could be is like a restarting of their friendship. Because, I mean, I'm not saying they were on the outs with each other, but they kind of were. Bojack had, he had attacked Diane in a yeah, Diane did kind of backstab him by leaking the book out to BuzzFeed. But, Bojack had kind of assaulted her. I don't know if kissing unwantedly, I don't know if that's considered sexual assault, or that's just like, I know that's something bad. I don't know if that's the exact word for it, but it's fucking not cool is what it is. There looks like there's about to be a fucking boss fight here. So give me a second. Because we're going to run this a little bit longer, and then we're going to fight this boss and then close it out. I think. This looks like there should be a boss. You know that feeling? You get that itch? That sniffle? Well, I have a different sniffle. But, I think what this is going to do is restart the friendship between Bojack and Diane, because he tried to kiss her. He kind of tried ruining her wedding. I don't know if she was really aware of that. Kind of attacked her in like real personal ways. Didn't approach her book in a productive manner. He fucked up a lot. He was not really a good friend. He didn't really talk or apologize about any of the things he did. So he wasn't really a good friend to her. But they sit there on the roof, and he even makes mention that, he gets the part of Secretariat and he's still not happy. And they don't really, like I said, Diane had this conversation with Naomi Watts' character a couple episodes ago, so she didn't have it with Bojack. But that's what it's pointing to. That's one of the trends that I've noticed in this season as I've watched through it, is the chasing of goals like that. Because, first it was the book, that's what everything hinged on. Now it's the movie. Now that's what's going to hinge everything. That's what's going to make it matter. That's what's going to make Bojack stick. And it's not. It's going to be exactly the same as it always is. But they go back to the ending of the last episode about the concept of deep down. And, Diane says that she doesn't believe in deep downs, that you are what you do. And I kind of agree with her. Because if you're not outwardly doing anything good, are you actually good? Like, what makes you a good person? Like, is you being nice to a few people, does that make you a good person? Maybe, yes and no. Depends on what you do with your other things. There's other peoples that are like complete assholes the way that Bojack is, but they find ways to donate to charities and do other things with their life. Like, there's other things that they do other than be an asshole that might give them some gray to think that they might be a good person. But Bojack is just a complicated he's an awful person who's very complicated, and seems like there is a pretty good underlying reason by the behavior of his mother that we saw. Pretty good and his father too. Pretty good indicators on where that behavior is going to be stemming from. But if you're not outwardly being a good person, to what extent are you actually good? Good has to, I'm not going to take the side of Judaism or Islam in this, but being good does have to be kind of based on works. It kind of has to be on the things that you do. Can you say you're anything if you don't do the thing? Can I say I'm a good father if I'm not being a good father? What is the use of using, I'm a good person to me? Well, fucking cool, bro. That's not helping anybody else. That's not doing good for anybody else. So it's a weird thing. But part of the beauty that comes with that, though, is that if it's your actions that make you a good or a bad person, that means you're in charge of it. That means you can be the guider of what decisions you make. Now, everybody's got a range depending on how you're raised, nature, nurture, all that, blah, blah. But, it is still up to you within that range. You have a choice. Especially somebody like Bojack, who it's not like he's constrained in his choice by economy. He's well off. He's rich. It all hinges on his behavior. That's the only thing that's going to set him back. And it doesn't matter if you were raised real shitty. Because, I'm running into this with a family member of my own. He's younger than me. And he's not my younger brother, but he was raised with me like a younger brother. And, he's finding his way into addiction and in and out of jail. And I've talked about people who have timers. And unfortunately, it's as hard as it is to say about somebody in my own family, he feels like he's got a timer over his head if something doesn't change. And I really fear for it, because he does a lot of the Bojack behaviors, a lot of the deflection and the projection of his own insecurities. It's not like I wouldn't have noticed it without watching the show. I'm old enough to experience these things, but it's enough to where, or sorry. It's not like I wouldn't have known without watching the show. I'm stoned. Sorry. I would have still known regardless, but seeing the show match up with my real life is it's kind of haunting. Like, I'm watching these things happen in a fiction show, and I'm watching them happen to somebody that, I love. And there's nothing I can do for him because he's so toxic of a person that I have to cut him out of my life. I have so much going on in my personal life that I don't have time to dedicate to making him feel good about himself, about the different things that he's insecure about. I don't have that time anymore. It was different when we were younger and I was just living with roommates and just chilling and doing whatever I wanted and just working. Back then it was one thing. Now I'm older. Now life is completely different now. So I can't afford to give him the same time and attention that I could when we were younger. And it sucks because he tries to guilt trip me in a lot of ways, and you just have to put up a wall to it. Like, what else are you gonna do? Like, you gotta deal with it, man. All right, let's save my game here real quick. Let's go into what looks like a boss fight. Yup. Alright, so we got Medusa, and she shoots snakes. That's nice. And this sweet-ass boss music. Let's get the lance. I want some higher strength. Wow. Oh, jeez. Woo! Oh, that was nice. So I can still stab the snakes and stop their incoming. Alright, I want my cures. Oh boy. Alright. The stiffness of this character is not in their movements, is not helping me. Ask. Sweet. Oh man, this is a bit nerve-wracking. But yeah, no, it's hard. It's a hard question on, like, what it means to be a good person. And when you're dealing with somebody, that's that toxic in real life, if you got to get rid of them, then, you got to get fucking rid of them. You don't have the way that, and I told this family member this line specifically. I told him, this isn't a video game or a TV show where I can just, my day can be written to be as long as I need it to be to make sure I get to handle all of the shit that I need to get handled. Like, that's not how that works in real life. I don't get to do that. My day has limits. My time has limits. Everything in my life has limits, from the time that I have, from the energy that I have to expend. Like, ooh, Amanda with the kill. Now we got Medusa tears. Came here to get my tears, huh? What a joke. I mean, but I got him, right? Can't find a drop of tear. Ouch, are you okay? I guess Medusa bit me while fighting. One who is bitten by Medusa turns to Medusa. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna turn into a Medusa in a short while. Please do away with me and take my tears, Jackal. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Jeez. First the show's dark, now the game's dark. No, I can't. I'm gonna be a monster. I might lose my mind and hurt people. Please, Jackal, before I lose my feelings. Please take my tears to Lester. Tell him that I love him. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, and I actually have to kill him too. Oh, it's so brutal. So brutal. Oh. I got Medusa's tear. Well, fucking dark. Alright. Well, we're going to save again, and that's going to be it for today. There's a bit more that I wanted to go over in the episode, but I feel like I said, a real hard part was trying not to talk about too many things that interwove too much with the rest of the season, because next week, after I take my little, trip, and I binge through the entire season, I want to do a bit more of a whole season overview, not really review, because this season was, and I mean, I've heard it only gets better, but this was a fantastic season of television. So, I mean, that's my review of it. So, I just kind of want to give a bigger overview of like themes that I see running through and how I think it, like, how it weaves throughout the entire narrative. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. Another longer video, but fuck it, this show deserves it. It deserves every bit of accolades it ever got, and then it will get in the future. So you guys should definitely check it out. Obviously, if you ever found this and you ever made it this far into this stupid fucking video, you've already watched the show. I know you have. But watch it again. How's that? Take it easy, guys. It's been fun. Peace out.